I hope this Tuesday morning finds you all guys in good health. What am I aiming for? What am I aiming for? Morning Mooger. Well, yep. Had a long weekend, guys. A lot of hours, man. Tired. Kids are still asleep. So I'm going to take advantage of this morning and work on the C1. Right now I'm just getting some stuff cleaned up. Alright. Man, sorry guys, that was a big yawn. Alright, what did we do last time we left off? I was showing you guys what I did to the, let's get some light over here. I was showing you guys what I did to the shock towers. I wired the battery. I got the master cylinder in there. And somebody wanted, I forgot who it was, wanted to see. Now, within the watch parts, I don't know nothing about watches. But what I do is I just use stuff that resembles things that I would care to use in the model. Then, sorry guys, I painted the shocks that I made for the rear end, and I painted the fuel tank. Okay, where are we going now? Then I re-notched the oil pan just to give me a better clearance. Just to give me a better clearance when the steering, for the steering arm, the motor was laying right on it. And I didn't care for that. But now, now I got it turning again. And there's no issues. I still got it. I'm gonna put some details in there. I was looking at this, and if you look at it, it looks off-centered, and I was trying to find out why it was off-centered. I thought I had everything narrowed up, but it looks like it's hitting on the firewall right there. So we are going to do some trimming work. Don't do that. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be plenty enough room to center this up. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright. Well, right there will work now. Oh, what else would I do? Want to get the exhaust ran. And I think we're going to dump it. Let's get that out of there. If we have that like that. Just thinking out loud, guys, to myself. Right. Let me see. Now my good friend Pete. What the heck is that? What is leaking? My good friend Pete. He wanted to know the sizes of the solder that I use. And I wrote them down in bags, Pete. I tried to use 5/64, 3/32, and then 1/8. And 1/8 would be like our intercoolers, would be like your intercooler tubing, and like a 3-inch exhaust. This right here would be more like a 2.5 inch exhaust, and this right here would be like a 2-inch, you know, a 2-inch. Yeah, no problem. Pull that out. Guys, this morning, I don't know if you guys have did your YouTube feeds yet this morning, but this morning our good friend Jones Merck posted a video. He wants to know something about you guys that we don't know yet. He made a little video. He won some art awards when he was younger, and some of his artwork has spent time in the Congressional House in Washington, D.C. It'd be nice to see you guys. You know, everybody took part in the how you got in the hobby, and then the latest video is how did you get your name. So it'd be neat to see you guys go support Jones Merck and see what some of the stuff might be that we don't know about you guys. I basically told you guys all about me, you know, so you guys already know that. Growing up, I always been into cars, Hot Wheels models, but you wouldn't. My first intentions as growing up, I wanted to be, guys, I wanted to be a nurse. My grandfather, when I was young, had a stroke and it left him paralyzed, and I helped my grandmother a lot before my grandpa passed away, take care of him, and I wanted to be a nurse. And as you get older and you know, my desire for automobiles became more and more, and you know, I went into the automotive field. But yeah, that's something, I don't know if that's something worth talking about or whatnot, but it's, maybe that was something you guys didn't know about me. I basically share the rest of the stuff that I go through with you guys, so you guys pretty much know my backstory. Speaking of backstory, I was watching one of my Christian programs on the way to work. When you guys don't have live feeds, I like to watch Elevation Church on YouTube. And they had mentioned something about the setup. When you get to look at somebody, and it was pretty funny about Jones's comment today. Their sermon they had yesterday was about the setup. Most of us just see what we present to you guys, and the setup is like if you listen to a music, and the way Pastor Stephen had mentioned it, he's like, if you listen to the music of a song and then you reply to your family and friends when they hear you singing that song, it's like, I don't listen to the words, I'm only listening to the beat. Pastor Stephen's son is 12, and one of his favorite artists right now is Kendrick Lamar. And he tells Pastor Stephen, his son is 12, and he tells Pastor Stephen, I think Kendrick gets me, Dad. And it's funny how a lot of us, we don't listen to the setup story. And then when Jones asked what he asked today was pretty cool, you know, look at the background. Like Pappy had shared with us, Pappy was part of the Navy, and Solemn was part of the service too. Most of us don't get to see that part of a person. There's things that, you know, I've shared with other members in the community and that they've shared with me, but I'm not going to put their story out there. But it's neat that sometimes we don't listen to the backstory. Like Chaz Customs, he'll tell you that his mom is elderly, and he takes care of her, and that's his full-time job, is taking care of her. But, you know, when we look at it, we're like, man, you know, or take me for instance. Some of you guys have to work every day, and you guys are like, you know, you'll see Pappy saying, well, I got to get back to work. And he made a comment on Sunday, on his show on Sunday, that when Pappy's at work, I'm on the bench, and then when Pappy's on the bench, I'm at work, you know. I only work the 3 days a week, and some of you guys would see that, you know, I'm on the bench a lot, and they don't realize that I do have a full-time job. I am blessed that my seniority has put me in a position where I only work 3 days a week, so I get days here. But my backstory is I worked at body shops and for Ford for years, since I was 17. I got my first job was like McDonald's, Wendy's, all that bull crap, you know. But my uncle had a body shop. He needed some help. So I would go there after work and just go over there and help him. Basically, I was a cleanup kid for about 2 years. It was my Uncle Brian and one of his buddies named Beep. And Beep and Brian would go in there, make a mess of the place, and I was the scrub that went in there. I was the scrub that would go in there and do all the cleaning up and everything. And as Beep got older, one of his daughters had a grandchild, and she was pretty messed up, guys. So he took responsibility of raising her kid, and that left me the opportunity to learn, you know, how to cut in door jambs and how to back tape door jambs. And one thing led to another, and I did it till I was 30 years old. for my uncle in the evenings, and then I was blessed enough to go work for Ford for many years. I'm a front end specialist. I'm like your brakes, tie rod ends, inner tie rod ends, struts. I frame. I can do framing on the vehicles. You know, adjusting the frames, squaring them out, stuff like that. I'm a brake specialist. Um, just there was things that I did growing up, but I just I gave all that up because my oldest son had some special needs, and now the job I have now lets me be able to stay home with him. Well, now they're all in school now, but I kept the same job. I'm in the same position for 12 years now. Um, so he's about 14, my boy, and it was just what first it seems like your life is just turned upside down when you switch a new job, and what are we going to do, how are we going to make it. But it worked out great for my family, and that's my backstory. That's what leads me into being able to be at the bench whenever I can during the week. So hopefully you guys will go over there, take part of Jones's little question there, make you guys a little video up, and be able to check that out. What I did here, guys, is I put some aluminum tubing in place, so that way, if you can see underneath, that way I can run my solder for my exhaust. Trying to get this down in there. I should have brought this motor mount up a little bit. Yeah, whether, I know a few of my followers, we all have our own different religious backgrounds. I don't want to come in here and preach, and I don't want to come in here and preach, guys, and offend anybody. But we all have our own beliefs, whether you believe or not, and it is great. There's got to be something more than just us wasting oxygen, and so if you believe or if you don't believe, that's your guys' choice. But I am a believer, and that's something that I do find great. We're allowed to mess up, guys. It's our choice to mess up, and that's the beauty of our life. We're not controlled. We're not controlled by a government. Well, I guess somewhat we are, but we're not controlled, and we're not made to be someone that we're not. And a lot of us get judged on appearances, ethnicity, I guess you want to say, or I think our most common judgment is our looks. Everybody goes by what you see. So I always try to present myself respectable and what have you. No offense, Gilbert. Walking up, you walking up upon Gilbert, and you see all his tattoos and everything. I was growed up to my uncles and stuff were, they were none to be messed with. I'll tell you that, especially my Uncle Dwayne. In a drop of a hat, Dwayne was ready to do what he had to do to get the point across. He ain't the one to mess with. And when you walk up to somebody, first thing they're going to see is Gilbert's hands and everything all tattooed up. And they're going to assume a lot. I should say the majority of people are going to assume the worst. I'm all tattooed up and everything too, so you know I know what the looks feel like and what have you. But you know, to me, Gilbert might not be as well accepted through the community as some of as things have perspired over the years. But I enjoy Gilbert. He's always been respectful to me, and you get to know Gilbert, man. He's great to me, I should say. And you know, just for example, like I said, no offense, Gilbert, but you know, when we start looking at people's outer appearance and we don't take time to find what brought Gilbert to our presence. You know, we we misjudge the book. So that's pretty cool. I would like to see all you guys take part in Jones's Tell Us Something We Don't Know About You. Alright, now that I got that set in place. Guys, you know what? I think I just messed up. No, here it is. Remember we made a drive shaft? I was thinking we just cut up my drive shaft for the exhaust mount. Robert, I got quite a bit. We haven't touched the interior yet, and I wanted to splice the front end together, guys, so I could build the engine compartment. I needed to know where all this stuff went, and then you can see I made all the engine compartment, and then I had to make the motor. So once I get all this stuff working together, guys, we will focus on the interior and the body. There's some things that I had to get together in my building process. I had to get together so I can get everything fitted. I would hate to come in here and just start making an engine bay and then not be able to fit the C1 Trans kit. So to answer Rob's question, we still got quite a bit. What I'm going to try to do today is I want to get the drive shaft in. I want to start running the exhaust. I'll work on this for a little bit. Guys, I'm very talkative, if you guys haven't noticed. And so we do a lot of talking. We do less building. But I want to get... I want to try to get past that. I do enjoy you guys, the community, and you guys that will take your time to follow me. And I just want to appreciate you guys all for that as well. Thanks for your question, Rob. Rob, I distract myself more than anything. Well, Jason, I don't fit in the long hair part, bud. I'm thankful for the 16 I still have left, and before I do want to get building, but I want to update you guys too on the raffle. Here's where we're at right now. Here's all the names. Everything's done in there. And a few guys from scaleworld.net have entered in there. Yeah, I'm working on the beard, Jay. I'm working on the beard. And a few people from Scaled World have pitched in, so I thank you guys there. I don't know if they watch our videos or not, but Pete at Scale World made a spotlight and issued all this. Full Throttle Custom was great, guys. He bought himself 5 spots. He donated 5 spots. Casey Goodman, you guys know him as Slowly Models. He purchased a few spots and he decided to give them away to some of our veterans in the hobby. And so Charlie Mack got a spot, and our great friend Solemn, Life After Work, Casey got both those gentlemen a spot. And then, you know, we got things, you know, coming out here. Bill, shut your face. um, and then, so we got this going. Don't forget, you guys have the rest of the day. You guys can have the rest of today and then tomorrow until midnight. You can buy a spot for $5. There's some special spots in here for different giveaways, and I would have loved to sell all 204 slots. I understand, you know, people's reactions to seeing, you know, $5 a spot at 204 spots, you know. But we're giving back to the community. There's a lot of stuff we're giving back to the community through this. This won't be the only raffle, guys. Maybe it was the subject. And maybe it was just the dollar factor, but talking through some of my closest friends, this is what I perceived to have it at. And thank you guys for those who took part. And we'll see if anything else comes in today or tomorrow. And then we'll do the raffle on Thursday morning. So just a little update on that. Alright, let's get back to this drive shaft. Drive shaft in. What do you guys think? You guys think a cherry bomb on here, like make the muffler, or should we do a regular muffler? I got resin mufflers. I got some resin mufflers. Where's my... Fellas, I need to clean this bench up. Guys, during Joe's live feed this weekend, I think Joe's a monster now. Because he loves doing the live feeds. I love doing the live feeds because I don't have to edit and, you know, fix stuff and all this other good stuff. But Joe gets on there, man, and he was pulled out a 6-string, started jamming. He's having a great time with us over there. Minnie, what was that? Let me see. That's why I made this, Pete. I made this out of that UMP form card. I use, and then that way right here it has, well, now I might have this stuck. It has grooves and stuff in there. And I put it on my lid, and that way it helps it. I'm trying. John, I'm trying. Yeah, yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Um, there's a lot of group builds going on right now in the community too, though. So you guys are gonna have to pick and choose. And I hope that the people that are starting these build offs, or group builds, I should say, don't get offended if somebody takes part of one and not the other. Sam McCord is a dear friend of mine. I know Joe's having his. Monster truck puller thing build going on, as well as Chevy Cheeseburgers doing the Impala build for next month, and then we have the Extreme build starting up. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. So guys, don't overwhelm yourself. Make sure you get into a project that works for you. Don't overwhelm yourself. You just bought 10 spots, Butch? Alright, guys. What I had mentioned earlier, I put down on my Facebook page a few days ago. The next person that bought 10 spots would get half their money back with the free set of wheels. So I want to congratulate Butch. I will be sending you, Butch. I'll be sending you this set of daggers donated by Steve Zimmerman from Facebook, as it was labeled earlier this week, that the next person that bought 10 spots would get these wheels. So that's sweet, Butch, that you're on camera with me right now. And so Butch, I will be sending you these wheels, brother. And you're still in the raffle for the Chevy Cheeseburger giveaway, for the Camaro giveaway, and for the build that we did already. Thank you, Butch. You know the drill. Send me some numbers. If not, you tell me what to do with those 10 spots, bud. Thank you so much, sir. Get me your address on Facebook. I know I have it somewhere, but just refreshing me. And Butch, thank you. Here's you won the chrome daggers from you will receive these chrome daggers from Steve Zimmerman. Woo! Yes. Guys, my page, Mr. Mini Dreams page on Facebook, is open to all you guys. You can post whatever you want on there as long as it's model related, real car related. I enjoy seeing your guys' real projects. I enjoy seeing your guys' builds. Keep it clean. Keep it respectful. I don't, my page will not tolerate bashing. You know, there's a difference in sarcasm, and there's a difference in being an asshat to someone. So I won't, you know, just go over there, be respectful for each other. If you have a confrontation with someone, before you blow it out of proportion, contact me, Troy Riley, or Christopher Liu. We're all moderators of my page. We'll get it handled before stuff gets blown out of proportion. We don't stand, I won't stand for no nudity on my page. I will delete it. And if it becomes a problem, I'll delete you. You know, plain and simple. But yeah, John, you're more than welcome. Guys, John has come across a collection that he's is liquidating. Some really nice stuff. Majority of the stuff is going to be out of production race car stuff. And not might be everybody's cup of tea. But you know, it's Group B, Group C, Le Mans cars or rally cars and stuff like that. There's a few originals, a few factory street cars in there. But yeah, go ahead, John. John found me. Now, I found this car by accident. Hunter picked up a Citroen coupe, and it's a little coupe. It's not one of their small hatchbacks. And I've been after the car, and John picked the car up for me. Yeah, the rims are yours no matter what, Butch. I thank you, and when I get around today, I will. Miss White, the raffle, just to update you, I know I don't see you in my thread very much. What I am doing is setting up different things. There's different things within my raffle. The raffles are $5 a spot. You can PayPal Pete Gritty at scaledworld.net. I will, and here's, you know, there's a bunch of different slots, other people's names on there. What I done is I built this Chevelle wagon. This is the first one we're going to donate. I made it look like they took the motor out, you know, it was for sale for parts. Father-son comes by, realized the car is a numbers matching 396. Nobody's ever manipulated the motor. So they pull out the spark plugs. Later, Bill. They pull out the spark plugs to make sure the crank is turning, make sure all the pistons were moving. So I put the spark plugs on the fender. It's got different little gauges that they were looking at, thermostat from the motor, making sure it wasn't, you know, full of gunk in there. And then you can see different brackets and stuff I put on there. Wire holding up the exhaust so that way the exhaust don't drag the ground and, you know, whatnot. It's just full of detail, and it's a rust bucket. So this is the first one I'm raffling up. It will come, Jennifer, it will come with the display base, and a case. And yeah, I don't have no problem shipping to Canada if it's one. And then the proceeds from this raffle, it's going to go back into the hobby. Pick up some more things I could share with you guys on my channel. I got some resin stuff that I'm going to share with Little Joe, with John Paul. Like you seen Butch just receive those set of wheels. And within the hobby, these are $23 from these are $23 wheels from Steve Zimmerman. I know Butch just spent another $50 buying 10 more slots. So he's getting, like, basically he's getting half his money back with these wheels. But the money that Butch has used to purchase 10 more raffle spots for the community, guys. Did you hear that? Butch just bought 10 more for the community. That's for you guys. So we're going to find a way to delegate those next 10 spots and to see. I got a question for you. The first one that can tell me what my favorite build is. I mean, I have a few builds that I'd like to share with you guys, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So the first person to tell me what my favorite build is will get one of them free spots. See how well you guys really follow Mr. Mini. Now my next raffle, I've already contacted a dear friend of mine. Um, he is he has a medical issue that's keeping him from being able to be the man that he wants to be. You know, like to be able to provide for his family. His wife does a lot of working, and you know, since he's been unable to work, and basically, guys, he's either bound to a wheelchair or stuck at home. You know, I want to be able to do. We're going to do a 50-50 raffle next. Half the money is going to go straight to him and his family. He's a great guy. He is part of the community. I don't want to say his name yet. He's been a great teacher to me. In my wants to be to do figures. My buddy does a lot of figures, a lot of 40K stuff. I'll give you guys all the details when I get everything figured out. But the next build is going to be a 50-50 raffle. I talked to him and his wife this weekend and let him know my ideas of what I was going to do. He could spend the money the way we're going to do it. He could spend the money on his. I told him, I said I would like to do a raffle for you, a 50-50 type raffle, give you guys half of what I generate, and I asked his help to share it with the people that are subscribed to him. Basically, I told him I could give you $100 to have a good dinner, or I could give you $200 to have a good dinner and buy a new model, you know. So we're going to try to do that for his family. He is a great family, great man, good wife, and some very artistic children that he is raising. So we kind of want to keep them involved. And, you know, I talk to him every so often, and then, you know, I can only imagine the depression he goes through. You know, so this right here is just kind of, you know, hopefully it gives them a day of no worry, you know what I mean? Alright, guys, should I run, I don't know, should I run 2 mufflers like Chevy 454 does? If you guys never seen a real Chevy 454 truck, the muffler is set like this down in there. Or should I run both exhausts to one muffler? I don't know. Let me see some of the comments. I seen some comments go in there. The Ford truck 4x4 you redid that your dad originally built. One muffler, Jay. Now, D. That Mustang wagon was pretty fun, though. I gotta give it to you. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Joe, Joe's along the right lines. It wasn't my dad's 4x4 I rebuilt, but it is something of my dad's that I rebuilt. So you guys are gonna have to think. Oh, damn it. Guys, Ryan's gonna get a free spot. Ryan got it. Let me share with you guys. And here it is. Ryan was correct. Now my dad had built this. It's on. Yeah, it was red. It was red when it was. Now wait a minute. Let me back up and see what's going on. All right, my dad built this in 68, I think it was, 69, 68 or 69. He had a store in his neighborhood called Max Pennies, and you wouldn't believe this is the original AMT shoebox. And my dad had built it, a small tire car, 2 4s out of the hood. And I totally redone it. And this is, and then look, my dad had built it first, and then I redid it, and I had tags on it, and the tags say "My Way." My dad got a kick out of it. I dremeled off all the molded in stuff, you know, the single exhaust. Yeah, this is the original, Joe. This is the original 1962. I drilled out the headlights and put headlight lenses in it. It's all wired up and all done up. Yeah, Ryan over there at See No Evil Builds, he was dead on. This is my favorite build that I've ever done. This is a model I would stare at, guy, as a kid. And I told my dad, I said, one day I'm going to get that and I'm going to redo it, Dad. And my, you know, oh, I got a little chip there. I'll have to touch that up. And I kept telling my dad for years, when I get old enough, I'm going to get this and rebuild it. But like Joe said, I've rebuilt several of my dad's builds from when he was younger. And I get to rebuild them and enjoy them. My dad don't build anymore. He got into 118 die cast when he started getting older. And he tells me that his eyesight wouldn't let him keep building, but I think he was afraid I was going to keep outbuilding him. All right, Ryan. Give me a number, bud. I'll write it down here live on camera. Ryan's already been great. He's already purchased a few spots too, guys. Great support for some of you guys, and I appreciate it and understand that some of you guys can and cannot partake in it. But give me a number real quick. And we'll see if it's taken or not, Ryan. Joe, give me 1 second, brother. Motor parts. Joe, I got parts out the rear end, brother. Alright. Part of this raffle, guys, is to help some of the guys in the community. We've discussed 169. 169 is now Ryan's. If I know how to spell your name, what a dummy. Right there, brother. Ryan C. Alright, guys, I got 9 more spots to give away. How are we going to do this? Thank you, Butch. I really appreciate that, buddy. Alright, let me see. I'm going to answer a question for Joe real quick while I'm letting the glue on that motor dry. Joe. Here's one of my resins. John Pohl is looking for these carburetors. So part of this raffle is gonna be able to let me send John some of these carburetors. I also got some of these style carburetors. Joe, I have these Mildons. I have these Mildon style. I have these generic. Valve covers. There's no writing on them. I have the 572s, but they're imprinted. They're not, their texture is in it. I don't know if you can see that, Joe. The texture is in it. It's not above it. They're engraved in it. Got those. I got Oh, these are some Fords. I got some Ford ones. Alright. And then I have the mold, but I haven't made these in a while. I'm down to my last two. These would be more like a small block valve cover. Then, you know, just a bunch of different parts and what have you. But part of this raffle is going to let me be able to make John and Joe a little package, guys. So you're not only helping, you're not only getting a chance to win the build, but you're also getting a chance to help out your fellow modelers within the community. And the guys I choose to help out this time, you don't build enough, Joe, for that whole container. If you could build, if you would sit down and build, I would have no problem sending you the whole container. Well, I shouldn't say that, then I'd be lying. But you proved to me that you could put all that stuff to use. We did enjoy your screen show though this weekend, I'll tell you that. Hey, I'd rather have quality than quantity. Yeah. Scroll up. Oh, thank you guys. You guys see that? My buddy John over there at Gap Hill Speed Shop, guys. He just commented that the next person who buys 10 spots from the raffle will get an out of production 1994 Mitsubishi Lancer rally car from Hasegawa. And inside this kit, the Hasegawa kit, it gives you photo etch, it gives you a detail screen, it gives you red matte rubber for rubber floor mats, gives you hardwire for aerial antennas. It is a very, very nice kit. And it's been out of production maybe 4 years, 5 years. Milodon. Joe, you get, it is $5 a spot. You PayPal Pete Gritty at scaledworld.net. And then we're raffling off one of my rusty builds first. And then we're going to go into some of the other style of builds. But yeah, basically that's about it. I had put stipulations in there, guys. If all 204 spots of the raffle sold, I was going to give two $50 gift cards to the person above and below the raffle winner. And then if I sold 100 spots, I was going to give away 5 $20 gift cards to Extreme Scale Detail. George Ramos from Vision 124 has donated a Camaro kit. Chip and Lisa from Extreme have donated 3 giveaway packages. You'll contact Chip and him and Lisa will deal with that. I don't even know what's in the 3 giveaway. Then, like I said, we donated, Butch just received the wheels donated by Steve Zimmerman from Facebook. So the community outreach is great. And I don't care if only one of you guys bought a spot or if I sold 204. The vehicle is going to be raffled off. It is going to be given away no matter what the revenue was. I'm paying the shipping. I will ship worldwide, but you guys know I have to can't have tracking outside the U.S. So I want anybody outside the U.S. To understand that I will not be able to place tracking on it. They tell me that the U.S. Can't track it after it leaves our borders, but you know, who knows. But it will have a customs form, and I can prove with the receipt that it's been shipped. I just can't prove the whereabouts of the package once it leaves the U.S. But yeah, there's that. Every time I come down here to work, guys, you guys are like family. I can't shut up. I just keep yakking and yakking and yakking. Alright, Census says 1 muffler. Pete says Casey, Jason already told us about those spiders. I don't know if you want to go outside. Pete says do it the way the GTR is set up. And the GTR has dual exhaust all the way out. Pete, I can't go all the way out because I lowered the rear end. So I think I'm gonna have to stop right here. Hello, Jay. All right. Oh, man. Fellers, I had a rough weekend, man. Alright, so we're going to do this. And do a cut over. I think I'll do the cut over this way. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright. Man, where's my muffler? Caught it. Hello, Terry. I hope you're feeling better, bud. Old school side pipes. John's taking it way back for us, guys. Oh, you wanted me to kick it up in the air? You want me to kick it up in the air like the tuners? The Japanese tuners, that is. Oh, I bet, buddy. I bet. Hey, Jay. John is a very, very dear friend of mine. Really funny guy. You're going to enjoy his show. He builds a lot of different stuff. and you're gonna enjoy that channel, Jay. A lot of content up there already. Go over there and yeah, enjoy. You'll spend all day over there looking at some of the stuff he does. Very, very good painter. Just really enjoy John. Pete says, kick it out the side, like on the Mazda. Okay. So if this is here, I don't know if I got myself. Yeah, no problem, John. No problem. The muffler I got's pretty big, though, Pete. I don't know if I can kick it. See, on the other one, we ran it straight off the turbo. You know, because we kicked it right off the turbo. Yeah, Pete, I don't think... I'm not being able to... I don't think I'll be able to kick it because the way I have the frame and everything set up. I'm gonna do some cleanup and then let's see what we got. All right. So I'm gonna do the first kick first. All right. Basically, we'll run a straight. Yeah, they're called T-bolts. They're T-bolts, Joe, but they're so tiny, brother. You really won't even be able to see them. Straight out the bonnet. Casey, I think you've been drinking. Casey wants me to take him the bonnet for you guys who don't understand Casey's bush language. The the bonnet is the hood, and he wants me to bring the exhaust straight up the hood. Man, that's so much good detail on that hood, though, Casey. Oh. Now, Monty, that's what I was thinking, too. That's what's great about this community, guys. Such good friends that we can tease each other like this. What if I do? Guys, Edgar had a movie on the other night during his live show, and he told us before everything went down. He said, "Well, it'll probably be censored by tomorrow," and he called it. It's already censored. Hey, Scott. Pick you a number. Pick your number between 1 and 204 for the raffle. Butch from Full Throttle Custom bought another 10 spaces that I can give away at my discretion, and I would like to put you down, buddy, for a spot. $79. All right. Where's my pen? Right here. Right there. We'll put you right down here, Scott. Scott, what's your last initial? All right, Scott F. All right, buddy, I got you down. 8 more slots ready to be donated from our brother Butch from Full Throttle Customs. Yeah, I heard you, Dave. I was going to talk to you about that off camera. I don't want people that may be watching Dave start bombarding you with emails asking for stuff. I'll talk to you off of Facebook on that and private messages, bud. Oh, I meant to show you, John. I want to show John. I got this. I went and got this for Sam's build. Because I want to take part in it. I want to build this one. I'm gonna build this one for Sam. I don't know which direction I'll go just yet. But this has always been one of my favorite style Porsches. I just always liked this. I kind of like the Carreras, John, because the Carrera didn't have all of this. You know, they were more smooth and just had the label going through it. Yeah, this is the 911 Turbo. Yeah, but look, that's because Hobby Lobby put it on clearance. They're regular $26.99. Now, here's one of the beefs that I had. Just while we're sitting here talking and not building, I guess I'll talk. Not much of a episode 16 on the pickup truck, fellas. I need to have a show, a chat time with Minnie. Yeah. Well, here's what's sad, Jason. Here's what's sad, guys. This kit here was originally released in 1980. And then it disappeared. And then it came back around 85, 88. It came back in the Revell Exotic series. If you guys don't remember, Revell had a pure black box. It would say Exotics in red and then had a red line going through it. They had this Porsche. They had the Lotus, the Lamborghini Countach, a few other ones here in the Exotic series. Think the Ferrari, a Ferrari or something in there. They were $5 kits. It's the exact same kit from the 80s that we were paying $5 for. Why is it now $27? If you didn't have this discount or your 40% off coupon. I mean, yeah. Joe, they are addictive, brother. Yeah. And that's one reason. And guys, this right here, do you guys see Jason's comments? And do you guys see Casey's comments? They live in Australia, guys. They live in Australia. And their markup on the models is just outrageous. John, that you guys see from Sharpie Models in there, he's over in the UK. And they get better deals than Australia does, but they're still paying a pretty good chunk of change. If you guys watch, John's part of the International Scale Modelers live crew. On Fridays, they always have a show on Friday, and within that show, Timothy Ivets, he's always doing new kit releases and stuff that's going to come. And what's great is they price the euro, they price the pound, and then they price the US dollars. And to see what those guys are going to have to pay, per kit versus us as US guys, yeah, it's just it's outrageous. You basically, this is getting expensive. And I think that's why everybody asks people, what's your outlook on the hobby? Because, you know, at $26, when the kits were $5 a piece, I could cut grass for $5 and then go buy a model kit. I'm not going to pay a kid $30 to cut my grass. I'm going to go out there and my fat butt is going to cut my own grass if I have to give a kid $30 to cut the grass. So, you know, they're making it harder for youngers to stay in it. Yep. That's why I have great friends in the hobby across the world, guys. Because like John and my buddy Rick over there from the Central Pennsylvania Model Car Club, when I told them I needed Volkswagens, and that their Ollies had a Volkswagen on sale, the guys came together and picked me up several Volkswagens to add to my collection. And that saved me a whole lot, paying $8 a model kit versus $28. Yeah, now, I had the Fuzz Duster kit, Jay. Now, I have the originals, too, where they weren't T-top cars or that vinyl top. Great kit. I'm so glad they brought that back out. That's what I want to see back out. I want to see the late 60s, the 70s, early 80s kits back out. And not the same Mustangs, Camaros, like that Porsche you just saw. Not just older kits in a new box. I want to see older, out-of-production kits back, so that way we can enjoy building them. Yeah. Now, I have a Chevy Love truck. I rebuilt that wasn't my dad's. And I picked up a few more over the years. And Chip over from Chip from Chevy Cheeseburger. He had mentioned that he really liked the Chevy Love truck, and he would love to find one for less than $50 that he could build, because he's always wanted to build one. I had one and I gave it to him, and he was really surprised. I'm like, that's, you know, I wish they'd bring out stuff that we wanted to build instead of them bringing out stuff they want to sell. Hold on, guys. Hello? Uh-huh. They wouldn't be quiet down here. What's up? Alright. Alright. Bye. Yeah, but sometimes they don't even get... Yeah, but sometimes we don't even get new parts in the kits. We just get the kit. Yeah, that's what we get. We get a lot of Reeboks. That's why I think the Chip Foose, when the Chip Foose idea even came to head, that it was getting a lot of people knocking it straight out of the box, is because, you know, you're saying we're getting a Chip Foose kit. We don't even get wheels that look like wheels that he really makes, and we're not getting... I think I did that wrong. And we're not getting a new kit. We're just getting decals and stuff. Yeah, it's all new tooling. I mean, I would much rather pay $30 for the new Bronco kit to have that Bronco. For years, it was out in resin, and some people had them and some people didn't get them, and it was a rarity. And when it was out in resin and then it disappeared, I mean, it went from a $70 resin to a $200 resin. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to get the kids up and out of the kids. Looks like they're waking up and starting to be rowdy. I better get up there and check them out. Yeah, I got to get them out, and I'll get them out in the mail this week, Joe. So here's my first There's the first run of exhaust. What do you guys think? Dual exhaust to one muffler and then dual exhaust back out. What's that look like to you guys? Now I got to check the clearance because we lowered this so much. I'll have to check the clearance and see if I have to reshape the floorboard. Well, guys, you guys have a great day. Thank you, Butch. I'm going to get on Facebook. I'm going to do some thanking and see how to give away the next 8. Brian, I won't. The only show I go to is the one in June in Overland Park, buddy. Yeah. Later, Casey. Yeah, I do like the way the NASCAR does it, Dave, but I don't think I have enough. This right here is going to be solder. This is what I actually used, Jay. But it's 5. What size is this? This one right here is going to be 5/64, I believe. Yeah, 5/64. And the way you could tell is I have a drill sheet. So what I do is I just, 5/64. Well, that's not it right here. 5/64. And see how it fits in there. And that's just because it's a smaller car, a V6. I did that. I'm not running turbos on here, guys. I'm doing dual intercoolers. Dual cold air intakes. I said intercoolers. So we'll have to, it's a little different. Yeah, you guys have a great day. I'll check back with you guys. The kids go back to school on Thursday, and maybe I can get back to doing some more longer, better shows. Now I got this set up. Before I go any further, I can make me some brackets and then get this more straighter and all that. You guys have a great day. Thanks again, Butch. I will get this, if it's okay with you, Butch. I know you went to work, but I'll send these out after the raffle just in case you win anything else. And you guys have a great day. Don't forget, be thankful for what we have and the friends we have to share it with. Yeah, but these were, I wanted to do these all out of solder, Hardcastle. I wanted to get that the metal look in there. Later, Mooger. Later, Joe. Yep. So, we'll have to delegate the next 8 slots donated by Butch. Really appreciate that, Butch. You guys have a good one.